Yes, so Mars in Cancer. Cancer is a water cardinal sign that is ruled by the moon. It rules over the fourth house of home and family and motherhood. And so when it's in Cancer, when Cancer meets, Mars, when Mars meets Cancer, I wanna say that it's a very it's quite a demure energy. It makes for some very demure people, men and women, because Mars in Cancer, Mars is a sense of action um, um, and mortality. And when it's in Cancer, it suppresses a lot of so it makes for rather some very like I said, the mule people. It's a very introverted energy, because when Cancer is placed here with Mars, it's rather a suppressed energy for Mars. And some astrologers do say that it's in detriment, and I wouldn't say it's in detriment, although I do obviously see where they're coming from when they say it's in detriment. But it's not so much that the reason why they say it's in detriment is because it's harder for is that people with Mars and Cancer, it's close to impossible for them to stand up for themselves or to take action or be assertive, which is true. But these people can. It's true, but it's only because they're very sensitive. They're very, all the anger. These people get angry. Many times the emotions are like their anger are pushed back, but unlike Mars and Pisces, like it's not that suppressed, because Cancer is emotional. So it's like if you provoke them or if you piss them off, it's gonna be what's going to happen is that if you piss them off, if you provoke them, their emotions are going to be stirred up, and it's going to be like boiling water. It's going to be this pot of boiling water inside them. So eventually these people will show you how they feel. And if negatively aspected, if Mars is afflicted, like with Uranus, Pluto, these people might actually get physical, even because they're driven by their emotions. This is a very emotional placement for Mars. It makes for an individual who is driven by their emotions, because Mars is drive and Cancer is emotions. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and moon is ruling our emotions. So these people are driven by their emotions. They are motivated by their emotions, and because it's a very watery placement for Mars, they are very much for the most part, they are very much introverted and they keep to themselves. And they might also like to be private, but if their emotions are stirred up, they will have no trouble to show you how they feel about you, show their emotions even in public. It really depends, because they're driven by their emotions. It's different than a Mars and Pisces, which I'm gonna make a video about as well. I'm trying to finish the Mars in the Science series. And so it's also a very feminine placement for Mars. So even heterosexual men with this placement, they might be more on the feminine side. they might be more like, they might not be the more masculine men out there. That's what I mean. Their masculinity, their sense of masculinity is just going to be different. That doesn't, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to be masculine. Just they're gonna have a different sense of masculinity. Yeah. And also, home life is going to be very important to these people, whether it's their own family or the family or the future family, the one they're going to create, because they are very much marriage oriented. They're very traditional. They pull away from the opposite, Capricorn. Capricorn is as well very traditional, and they have that in common. And women with this placement, of course, they will for the most part would like to be mothers and be married. Women with this placement are for the most part pretty traditional, okay? Even if they're going to have children later in life, there's still going to be, their sense of motherhood and marriage and home life is going to be very much traditional for the most part. Now, when it comes to the bedroom, these people are very, very, I would say they are more inclined into lovemaking. They are more inclined into, it's a very romantic placement for Mars. Like, this is the kinds of people that would like to, men and women, to light up candles in the night and like put on some like very like some sort of a love song and get it going, and also like they're very much into, they're not interested in sleeping with someone they're not in love with. There's a very much it's also a very monogamous placement. So again, if nothing else is if Mars is not afflicted, and depends, always look at the rest of the chart, look at Venus and the Moon. So if Venus and Moon placements support that, they are for the most part are going to be pretty monogamous, and they are not going to be interested in sleeping with someone they don't like, that they are not in love with, rather. So yeah. And when it comes to reaching their goals, yeah, they might be a bit reserved sometimes. Like it really depends. But yeah, initially they're gonna be. It's not a very much. It's not a. It again, like I said, they're driven by their emotions. So if something is important enough for them, if they feel like they really want it, they will go for it. But when I say it's not or when they say it's not a go-getting placement for Mars, it's they all say that because it's not very fiery, or it's not very much out there. They have a very quiet way of going about what they want. And yeah, sometimes it might take them time. They're not one of those people that know what they want immediately, or the very early stages of their life. They might need to push themselves a little more. And you know what it is? Many times they know exactly what they want. Mind you, they can have a clear image of what they want. But the thing is, because Mars rules your sense of confidence, these people just might not have that confidence coming to them organically. They might need to build that confidence, because I've seen Mars in Cancer, that people that have achieved great things, but they needed to build that confidence first. They are not those people that are already born with that confidence, like Mars and Fire signs. They needed to work on that. They needed to tell themselves, they might need to tell themselves that they need to step out of their comfort zone, or they need to go and get it. And once they tell it to themselves and they're really passionate about it, they will. Okay, so don't think that they will not reach their goals just because they're Mars in Cancer. False. False. Excuse me. They will reach their goals in this lifetime, but they just might need to build up their confidence to get there first. So many times it's the confidence that they're lacking, not very much the vision of what it is that they want. So it's not that they're directionless, they're just not as it's just that it's not that they're directionless. It's not that they are directionless in life. It's that they might be very ambitious and might have many aspirations, but they might just it's not very much direction that they lack. It's more the confidence. It's more they struggle more with insecurity than with a direction, or yeah. So like I said, without that being said, they can be those kinds of people that know exactly what they want, but they don't have enough confidence to actually go and get it, so they might need to work on that. So I think I've said it all for now. Okay, so with all that being said, do hit the like button, subscribe, and do book a reading with me. I have 50% sale going on, so 50% off, so you can get your reading as cheap as $10. And if you're not going to do that, then at least do donate to one of the links down below, and do leave your feedback and comment down below in this video. And I'll see you in the next one.